Along with the spirit of the holidays comes the spending of the holidays. Today, the ladies from Sussex County Federal Credit Union show us how to buy for the ones we love without getting into financial trouble.
Plus, many of us use layaway, particularly this time of year. We review the laws of this flexible form of spending.
Equality in the workforce, equality in pay, equality in the media. Three hot topics for females everywhere. How some young women are fighting for their rights in what a lot of people see as a man's world.
I'm at it again. Where am I on Delmarva? I'm going to leave it to you to try and figure out.
Standing out in his field. We are also in the kitchen making a healthy soup just in time for some tumbling temperatures.
And find out how you can win a free tub to shower conversion. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Outstanding in his field. I thought that was good.
He is outstanding in his field. Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from Historic Studio D.
And it's cold.
Cold.
Yeah. It's a tea day.
It's a hot tea day?
It's a hot tea day. Yeah.
Well.
Did you see any?
I broke out the snow shovel. I tried to cover everything that needed to be covered and saw nothing.
You saw nothing?
Nothing.
I saw a snowflake.
One?
I saw one snowflake this morning.
Well.
Driving to the gym. I was like, oh! And it was gone.
You know, we were worried about it, and I guess we should. Right? Up farther north, they got some. And I know Jersey got hit.
Oh, hard. I know. And we weren't expecting anything to happen. You know, we weren't expecting to wake up to,
8-10 inches on the ground.
Yeah, so
anything like that,
in due time,
nice.
In due time.
Pleasurable surprise. But talking about New Jersey, that's one of the hot topics we're going to start out with this afternoon. There are volunteers from the Easton Volunteer Fire Department. Their chaplain is actually from Toms River, New Jersey. And they are putting together, you can see the trailer there on the left, they put together a whole trailer full of supplies that they're going to be taking up to Toms River. By 8 o'clock last night, they had that trailer packed because by 6 o'clock last night, Toms River had 2 inches of snow on the ground from the nor'easter that was coming in. And you know they got more after that. Chaplain Drew Jensen says the motto on the side of EVFD fire trucks says service for others, and they are living up to that. Easton's Mayor Robert Willey was also there at the fire department to help load the goods and spend some of the time as the guys getting ready to head out.
Yeah, so, that's wonderful that people are heading up there. Yeah,
good stuff.
A lot of folks are still dealing with, the bad economy, foreclosures, dealing with foreclosures. There is actually going to be a workshop. It's a foreclosure solutions workshop. It's going to be held at the Delmarva Community Services in Cambridge. Yeah. It is free. And it is for Maryland homeowners with concerns about foreclosure and offers one-on-one legal advice because it is a
complex
it's a very complex thing. They'll have housing counselors there as well. Workshop participants will include Consumer Credit Counseling Services of Maryland and Delaware, Delmarva Community Services, Midshore Pro Bono, the Salisbury Neighborhood Housing Service, Shore Up, and the Pro Bono Resource Center of Maryland. So that's where they get the legal help.
Right. Now that's the number that you see on your screen right now. You need to call them to pre-register and they'll let you know what it is you need to bring with you, what you need to do to prepare for talking to the counselors and exactly what's going to go on.
Yeah, you don't want to possibly face this alone.
No. Complex thing and you don't want it. Veterans Day coming up
it is
Monday.
It's observed on Monday, or
I
think it's Sunday because it's the 11th and it's observed on Monday.
Yeah, that's what they're going to turn into, a 3-day weekend. Excuse me. As you said, it's always observed on the 11th. As a matter of fact, that's what they do every year at Arlington National Cemetery. You may remember this picture from last year. It's going to start precisely at 11 o'clock Sunday morning with the wreath laying. At the Tomb of the Unknowns, continuing inside the Memorial Amphitheater. Going to have a parade of colors by the veterans organizations, as well as remarks from the dignitaries. Ceremony intended to honor and thank all who served in the United States Armed Forces. So we'll go ahead and start right now and say, if you are a veteran and you served, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
The baseball season's over. The World Series, a memory. Yeah, so maybe some baseball fanatics are wondering, what do I do now? Well, we've got good news for you. There's a baseball banquet coming this weekend, next weekend. You want to put it on your calendar. The Eastern Shore Baseball Foundation is inducting 9 of the Shore's finest into the Hall of Fame. 9 players. That's wonderful.
It's actually a mix of players and like sportscasters and supporters and things like that. So it's,
baseball. Joining the likes of John Brewery, Jack Taylor, who played for the Phillies. There he is right there.
And Delino DeShields, born in Seaford.
There he is.
Played for the O's, played for several teams, as a matter of
Now,
fact.
if you want to go, here's the information. It is November 17th at 5 p.m. at the Del Mar VFW on State Street. Tickets are $20 per person. You need to register because registration ends on Friday.
So be sure to get in there and go out and get your little baseball fix.
Yeah.
Want to say congratulations real quick to the Snow Hill girls volleyball team. The Eagles won 3 games against Kent County to advance to the next round of the playoffs. They are now 11-6 on the season, including their 2 playoff wins. So good job, girls.
Way to go. I tell you, that's a game I can't play.
I've watched them a few times. I'm like, those girls could whoop me any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
You know how I play volleyball? That's my volleyball move for you.
Over to her.
Yeah, all right. All right. Well, the election is over, campaigning is over, but that doesn't stop Dr. Jill Biden from coming to Delaware. The wife of the Vice President, Joe Biden, will read from her new book. She wrote a book. It's called Don't Forget, God Bless Our Troops. She's going to be reading it next weekend, next Friday, during the Storytime program at the Dover Public Library. Now, this book is an account of real-life experiences of Biden's granddaughter, Natalie, while Natalie's father, Delaware Attorney General Bo Biden, served in Iraq with his Delaware National Guard unit. And there's Dr. Jill Biden right there. And that's exciting, I think.
That's awesome.
Awesome that she's writing a book or wrote a book. The event is Friday, November 16th. 10:15 a.m. at the Dover Public Library.
Be sure to stop by and attend that. That'd be great. This weather's been horrible lately.
Yes.
Starting to get better now. It's getting better as the evening progresses. It's going to be a gorgeous weekend this weekend, and here's a little something fun for you to do since it's going to be so pretty this weekend. The second Saturday Art Walk is from 6 to 9 Saturday evening in Rehoboth Beach. You need to stop by there. The Rehoboth Beach Gallery Collective hosts special exhibitions as well as the receptions. Galleries in the collective represent a wide range in the art, including jewelry, sculpture, glassworks, painting, photography, whole bunch of stuff for this art walk. So you need to get out there and enjoy yourself. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it is. You know, do you ever, when you go to the supermarket, you see all those magazines, those glamour type magazines, and I don't read those anymore because I have no interest in looking at the super skinny supermodels.
This big around?
Yeah, this big around. Well, a study in Britain shows more plus-sized models in advertising like that will reduce some women's obsessions for thin bodies. And I mean, to me, this is kind of like a duh, but I don't think everyone realizes that, you know, how it affects us, our mind. The Durham University researchers provide evidence for support calls for models and advertisements to be more representative of the actual population.
The real world.
The real world, yes. Let's get rid of the, you know, anorexic models who are airbrushed.
Right. And this is supposed to, isn't the government supposed to get behind some kind of movement on this too to try to make?
I hope, well, I don't know.
I think it'd be a great idea if they did.
Well, here, the findings provide research data for policymakers and support for ongoing calls for government and health charities to normalize female models in the media.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
I've looked at some, I'm like, wow, you look really sickly.
Yeah, and you know, and it makes you think, is that what beauty is? No.
Yeah, no, not at all. So do you find yourself having a hard time concentrating to finish a task?
What?
If you do, there's another new study that says you can actually boost your self-control by gargling sugar water.
Gargling?
Here's the deal. The study had students, they were given either sugar-sweetened lemonade or Splenda-sweetened lemonade and 2 tasks to test their self-control. The students who rinsed with sugar rather than artificial sweetener were significantly faster at correctly responding to the tasks.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Okay, well, every time we do research or we talk about research, I always say, who's the person who said, I wonder if? Because that one's a stretch.
Whoever it was, they like lemonade.
I guess so. Well, up next on Delmarva Life, holiday spending without the stress of breaking the bank. Sussex County Federal Credit Union is here with several tips and tricks on how to buy within your budget.
And Brian is on the loose again somewhere on Delmarva. We are trying to figure out why. Now, Brian, you're going to give us 3 clues. Is that correct?
I'm going to give you 3 clues, and here's the first one. Ready or not, clue number 1. The town's founder has some pretty serious bragging rights. 2 more clues will soon be on the way. Stay with us. You're watching Delmarva Life.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union. guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897, and your local York and Mitsubishi dealers.